Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? Jared Fuller here. Today is Sunday, March 15th, 2020. So glad you could join me for another installment of the Sunday video update. Amy's in the bedroom on the phone, last I knew. Dad's still asleep over here on the couch. He'll probably get up in a little while. But I hope all of you had a wonderful week. My week was very long. It seemed like my week was dragging, like it just constant, nonstop, going on and on and on and on forever, or seemingly forever. But yeah, it was long. It ended on a good note. I mean, I went out to a friend's house of mine out in Oakley, and we attended a birthday party. My dad and I, we were invited to our friend's house for a birthday party. A friend of mine, her daughter turned 21, and she was tying one on, and there was, pizza and drinks and other snacks and music, and it was a lot of fun. I posted a short clip where I'm boogieing to some music playing in the background. It was Guns N' Roses, Paradise City, I think it's what it's called. And I'm a Guns N' Roses fan, so I'm probably butchering the song title, but I'm pretty sure it was called Paradise City. I was kind of boogieing to that, and then, oh, I'm recording. It was just a little goof. I knew I was recording, but a little something different from, what I typically post here on my YouTube channel, or what I upload to my YouTube channel. So, of course, we're all aware the big news story of the week is the coronavirus. Now, I did post a couple of videos, upload a couple of videos to my YouTube channel talking about, the coronavirus, the effects that it has. I actually went to a couple of department stores. I went to Walmart in Owasso, Meyer, and Corona, and I was taking video footage of the bare shelves. And this coronavirus scare has really changed the course of everything happening. I mean, national and local events have been canceled, been called off where people gather in mass. Governor Whitmer, the governor of the state of Michigan, had declared a statewide school closing until April 6th. Just a lot of things being closed and canceled, and people are buying toilet paper and paper towel in bulk, which I don't understand the logic behind that. And the shelves were cleared of like disinfectant sprays, hand sanitizers, and things like that. I don't understand why everybody's buying in bulk. Now, and I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, because I think that this is important. People need to realize and really understand what's going on, the state of our nation. And I realize it's not just America. It is, other countries as well. It's a global thing. But particularly here in America, there is a very big, grand paranoia that has taken over this country with this coronavirus scare. And people need to understand and remember something. The fact of the matter is that while I do appreciate the fact that people are staying ahead of the game, they're being proactive, they are doing whatever they can to remain diligent with sanitation and disinfecting and things like that, there's no reason to hoard everything you see on the shelves. Because here's the thing, there's other people who might actually need that stuff, and those people who actually might need those things, they're being robbed because of your paranoia and your selfishness. So we need to tone it down. This coronavirus thing eventually is going to go away. But y'all need to just relax. You need to just tone it down. Just breathe a little bit. Oh, Jared, I'm not taking any chances with this coronavirus. You got to educate yourselves. First of all, education will get you a long way. Get you pretty far in life. There is no need to buy up every roll of toilet paper, every roll of paper towel, every container or dispenser of hand sanitizer or hand soap or disinfectant spray. You don't need to buy everything in bulk. I was at Frank's Supermarket last week with Dad, and the lines were incredibly long. Shelves were getting bare really fast at, high rates. They were going away as quickly as they came in, the shipments of items. They were being bought off the shelves as quick as they came in. And it is just a real panic and a real frenzy out there. And the reason that I uploaded those videos from Walmart and Meijer was to show all of you that, people are freaking out. This is a paranoia that has taken over because of the coronavirus. And again, like I said, I'm not saying that you shouldn't stay ahead of the game and remain proactive and, keeping your environment clean for your children, for the elderly. And I get that, and I can respect that all the time. Of course, child of cancer survivor, I understand what that means, to keep your environment clean and sanitized and germ-free. I get that. But to an extent. Like, there's people out there that are taking this way out of proportion. And you need to remember that this is going to go away. And there are people out there who otherwise really could have needed those items, and you bought it out from underneath of them because of your paranoia and your uneducation. And it's just a crazy madhouse out there everywhere you go. I was talking to I was at Admiral gas station last night here in Chesaning, and I was talking to the clerk about this coronavirus, and everybody's freaking out. She told me she went as far north as Bay City just for toilet paper and could not find any. Now, come on. Toilet paper. I don't get it. The only thing I can understand is, yeah, be proactive, yes. Paranoid, no. I was also texting some oncology friends of mine, moms from the child of cancer world, and 3 of the 4 are moms of survivors, and the other remaining mom, well, her son is fighting cancer right now. And I asked them what their thoughts were about this coronavirus thing, and 3 of the 4 mothers had said, you know what? We've been down this road. Child of cancer is a much more severe thing, so we're kind of geared and trained on how to react and respond to all of these things. People want to freak out suddenly about germs, and we had that conversation. That conversation carried on for probably a good half hour, and we were just texting back and forth, and it was exactly the kind of response that I was hoping for. I'm aware of what's going on. I'm staying on top of what's going on. I'm remaining proactive, but I'm not freaking out about it. I'm not buying in bulk. I'm not going, ape shit over something that the media continuously, daily, they foster this hysteria, and they exacerbate the hype of what's going on. They're making it sound like it could be potentially worse than what it really is. Now, I honestly don't believe, personally, I don't believe that it's really as bad as they're making it out to be, although I am aware that it's out there. And I'm not saying don't be proactive. Of course, be proactive. Protect your children, protect the elderly, but then again, anybody can get coronavirus by the sounds of media. But don't get so worked up in a paranoid state of mind where you think you have to buy everything. You should buy bubble wrap then. Wrap yourself in bubble wrap. Duct tape your front door. Better stock up in duct tape too while you're at it. Get the sanitary wipes. Get the, get everything. Get the works. And by the works, yeah, you can get the toilet cleaner. You can get every bottle of Lysol and Pine Sol on the shelf, although I wouldn't recommend it. But people have done it, and I think they're crazy for doing it. We're going to be okay. There have been, I think, 33 cases here in the state of Michigan. Most of which had most of which are kept primarily that way, like Detroit, Southeast Michigan. But then again, like I said, I'm not afraid, I'm not worried, but I am aware. And I'm doing everything I can to take care of myself and to stay clean. If I'm sick, I'm not going to go around people. If they're sick, I would prefer they're not coming around me or Dad or Amy or bringing it into the house. But I was talking to 4 moms last night, all of which are oncology moms, and we talked about this. We kind of swapped ideas back and forth, and they're not freaking out about it. They're aware, they're just not paranoid. And one of the moms, her son, who's a brain cancer survivor, is battling the flu at the moment. So, in that regard, yeah, she is remaining diligent. And every friend I've ever had, every mom, dad, parents of cancer kids, I love you. You're doing an amazing job. Keep doing what you're doing. Remain diligent. Keep your babies safe. Keep your environment sterilized and disinfected. Everything's going to be okay. I think we're going to be fine. And I hope I'm right. That's all I can say. But the coronavirus has really taken hold of this country, and people are scared. They are paranoid. They're in fear of their lives, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, okay, now what? And this is, coming from a childhood cancer survivor, and I was telling Dad and some of my friends who work at the gas station, I said, I feel like I'm in the eye of a hurricane right now with this coronavirus situation. I said, because everything seems so much calmer in the center. Everything around me is chaotic. Like, people are freaking out, and I can't understand, because coronavirus is being described as an upper respiratory kind of a thing. What does toilet paper have to do with having an upper respiratory virus? I don't understand it. I don't know. I've been trying to draw the correlation, between the two, like an upper respiratory infection, which is like in the chest and the throat. How does that tie in corroboration to ass wipe? I really don't know. And I'm not trying to make light of a delicate situation, because, when there is a health scare, a pandemic, and it's being classified as a pandemic, when we have issues like this, yeah, of course, we need to just be diligent. But at the same time, don't get lost. Don't don't drown yourself in the hysteria that the media is exacerbating, because that's what they're doing. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, I have a gut feeling that that's what's happening. The media, they like to vamp up the hype and to scare the living hell out of everybody. Well, they don't scare me. And I know what I need to do. 31 years as a childhood cancer survivor, I kind of understand the ropes, and I'm trained and geared on how to respond to pandemics and epidemics like the flu, the virus, or whatever virus there is. But I have a good, clear conscience about those things. I have an understanding and an education about those things. Yes, we have disinfectants here. We keep everything clean, for the most part anyway. But, I'm not freaking out. I know what needs to be done. I know what I need to do. If somebody's sick, don't bring it over to my house. Because if I'm sick, I'm not leaving home. I have neighbors who live right down the road here, about, it would be 2 houses down. They live on the south side of my road. They're, a married couple. They have a little girl, and the mom is really freaking out over this coronavirus thing, and because her baby, her little girl's only 14 months old, and she's, freaking out. It's her baby. While I do feel that all parents should be concerned about what's going on with the coronavirus, I will also say that it's the people who are medically frail, childhood cancer fighters, or even survivors. You know, we have a high susceptibility to pretty much anything because chemo liquidates our immune system. It's practically, you know, pureed like into a fine jello. So we are easily susceptible of catching airborne illness and germs and things like that. And I speak from, you know, from that experience. I suffer from seasonal allergies every year. Of course, I'm allergic to the sun, but that's, you know, I've had that issue for the past 30 years, 31 years. I know how to react and how to respond to certain situations. If I do get sick, I know how to doctor myself back to health, and I'm very well learned and versed in health issues when it comes to fighting off germs and staying clean and sterilized and disinfected. I know what that is. I understand the ropes. I had to learn that when I was a kid. My mom and dad had to understand the importance of killing off germs and bacteria, things like that, because my house as a child, when I came home from the hospital, my house was constantly smelling like Pine Sol or Lysol or just some kind of a bleach like Clorox bleach or something like that. My mom did a hell of a job by keeping the house sterilized and disinfected and as clean as possible. Again, because the susceptibility is greater for a guy like me. And I've been a survivor for 31 years. It doesn't go away. Like, it doesn't change. It's been the case for a good chunk of my life. So I get it. I understand all that because I've been there and done that. I've been through it. But the people who are actually healthy, they're the ones who are freaking out the most. And I was telling Dad, I said, you know, the people who are, and I wouldn't wish cancer on anybody, but look how badly they're freaking out about a coronavirus. Could you just imagine a cancer diagnosis or some other serious diagnosis that would forever change the course of their lives? They wouldn't know how to handle it. And he agreed. A lot of people agreed, actually, because I did bring that up. But it's getting way out of hand. And if you're one of those people who purchased items in bulk, you made a mistake. You made a colossal mistake. You jumped the gun. You can give away some of those items to somebody else who may not have them, although they're saying there's this new thing now called social distancing where everybody has to quarantine themselves and not have any contact. I was just out last night, and it was snowing. You know, I was gone all day, pretty much all day yesterday. I was gone on Friday. I was around a group of people at the birthday party I went to on Friday. I feel great. I feel all right. I just woke up about, I think, an hour ago. I'm sipping on a cup of coffee. I feel great. But I'll be damned if I'm going to stop living my life because the news is telling me that I should stay home. I don't know. I don't get it. But again, you know, it would almost take for somebody to walk a day in my shoes. You know, my mom and dad were there for me when I was sick with cancer, but they can never give a specific, you know, a straight detail on how I feel about what I had gone through, how I feel about, you know, this coronavirus. They're pretty much saying, you know what, it's just another virus, and it's election time, and they came up with this big coronavirus scare to divert attention from the election and to keep the country and the population focused on something else other than the election. But it's a pandemic, and it's happening globally, not just here in America, but it's everywhere. But they don't. My mom and dad really don't know how I feel. They don't know the kind of pain that I feel unless I describe to them. And really, I think that's what it boils down to. Even as an advocate for childhood cancer, when I tried to express the importance of raising awareness, because every day of my life, it's always something that I have to watch for. I have to be very mindful and cautious of, as I'm talking about coronavirus, I have to be very aware and conscious about the spread of germs and bacteria. I have to be aware of a lot of things. I have to take precautions when it's really sunny outside. I have to make sure not to be in the sun for a long time. Otherwise, I pay the price for that. But there's a lot of things that I have to understand. There's a lot of things I had to learn that I had to understand. And what I know and the pain that I feel and what I deal with even today, 31 years later, is a pain that my mom and dad, they see what I go through, but they don't actually have a direct feeling about what I feel or what I go through. And it's not to discredit my mom and dad, because they went through hell with me. And I'm not going to denounce that or deny that at all. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who had to get the treatment. I'm the one who had the cancer. And now, 31 years later, and all through the years since 1989 forward, I've had to learn how to cope and deal with the things that bother me. And, unless you've been and walked a day in my shoes, there's no way I could actually get people to understand the importance of raising awareness to childhood cancer, or, at best, with this coronavirus, raising awareness to germs and bacteria and the importance of, staying clean. But I find it to be a bit strange that after all these years, at long last, it takes for a coronavirus to make people conscious and aware of germs, after having spent so many years myself trying to implement that rule that if you're going to be around kids or people who are highly contagious to even a sneeze or a cough, don't go around them or wear a mask or stay disinfected, stay, sterilized, whatever. I've been saying this for years, but now because we have a coronavirus, okay, now it matters. Now everybody's so conscious and so aware of what's going on. Well, I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind, and that is childhood cancer has been a pandemic for decades. Where's the outcry? Where's the outrage? We don't see it. We don't hear it. Only during the month of September, and even then, it's like at a bare minimum, you hear about it for like a week or a couple of weeks. That's it. So, for me, every day is September. I don't, to me it really doesn't make a bit of a difference what they say about September. Every day, as a survivor, is September. Like, I'm aware, I'm conscious every single day. I'll be conscious and aware every single day until the day I die. So, and another point I want to make too, I don't want to, I don't want to ride the saddle of coronavirus to make a point about childhood cancer, but I find it to be so extremely tedious that when I have tried to explain, whether it be here on YouTube or on Facebook or elsewhere, about the importance of germs, nobody listened. Because they have got this, most people have got this in their mind because Jared Fuller is the enemy, so we can't listen to the enemy, but the enemy is actually speaking truth. I'm speaking from experience. But now that, again, now that all this is out about coronavirus, now all of a sudden everybody's so conscious about hand washing and not shaking hands or touching face or just, I don't know. Why did it take for a coronavirus to get you people to wake up to what I've been trying to say for years? because now it seems like nothing more than lip service at this point. Like, I've been doing all of this for nothing over these years. But then again, it wasn't for nothing because I did help people. And I continue to help people. And helping people is always a great thing. But just, be proactive, be aware, do what you have to do to stay clean and keep your house disinfected and cover your mouth when you cough, wash your hands. But you really didn't need to buy everything in bulk. I mean, that was just plain fucking stupid. I don't know what else to say about that, other than it's just stupid. But anyway, so coronavirus was the big thing. It's still the big news story of the week. We're going on another week of the coronavirus, undoubtedly. Governor Whitmer had called off school for 3 weeks, a statewide school closing in both the lower and the upper peninsula, until April 6th, I think she said, April 5th or April 6th, and then after that the kids go back. But again, it's one way of being proactive, but at the same time, it's a big chunk of time away from school. And as I was telling Dad, I hope that the kids will still get a summer vacation, that this is not going to cut into their summer break. Because it's not fair to the kids. They need a break. They should get their summer break. But if they don't, that's going to infuriate me, because I've always had a summer vacation. Always had a summer vacation, despite the fact that there was a sickness going around, or a pandemic or an epidemic broke out. We always had summer vacation to do whatever. So that's another concern, is that, the kids aren't going to have a summer vacation because of the 3-week point where they're not going to be in school. But yeah, so that was a lot of ground to cover, but just be proactive, but don't freak out. Don't be paranoid. And to the assholes who went all ballistic and went gung-ho on toilet paper, that was a real fucking cheap thing to do. You should have allowed for other people to get some of that. But even still, toilet paper has nothing to do with the coronavirus. I'm still trying to draw the corroboration between the two. I don't know. I'm stumped. But anyway, I actually do have another announcement to make. I don't know if I made this before. Maybe I did and just kind of got lost in other rants and things like that. But I do have an announcement to make. I'm going to be an uncle again. My niece is going to have another baby, and I think she's going to have a boy this time. So congratulations to my niece, Corey. I don't know if she ever watches my videos, but Uncle Jared loves you. I hope I get to see you soon. And, I'm happy. I'm a happy uncle. I have a great niece. I have 2 great nieces, 1 great nephew, and another great nephew on the way. So I'm really excited about that. I want to meet my nieces. I want them to get to know who their Uncle Jared is. And, I want to be a part. I want to be in their lives. I want to have a place in their lives. And I know my dad does. He wants to see his great-grandbabies, and he wants them to get to know their grandpa. And, maybe we can, because, they live in Owasso. My niece Corey lives in Owasso. She works all the time. And she never gets time. Like when she comes home from work, she kicks her feet. She's just too tired. I don't know if she's still on maternity leave, though, from her job. I'm not sure. But either way, she's a busy girl. She's, working, taking care of her daughter, my niece Callie, and then she's going to have another one on the way. So I wish them the best of luck, but I know Corey is a wonderful mom, and she's going to be just fine. And I have no doubt about that. There was something else, too. I know there was something else I wanted to discuss, and I'm just forgetting what I wanted to talk about because I pretty much ad-lib all of my Sunday video updates. There's no pre-written list of things to talk about, like I'm not holding up a rap sheet here and talking about, reading off announcements. I'm just ad-libbing everything as I go along. Usually Amy's out here and Dad's awake, so I have the help of my dad and Amy, but Amy's in the bedroom doing her own thing. Dad's still asleep, so I'm riding solo again this week. Last week they were gone when I was doing the Sunday video update, and I'm trying to encourage them more to be a part of this. She heard my beg and plea. She says she's coming. But okay, I'll wait for her to come out. Everything okay in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it kind of gets hard doing this all by myself sometimes. I usually have your input and Dad's input.
I'm sorry, I was on the phone with my girlfriend and didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's understood too. I don't want to have to talk over you. So now we have Amy joining us off camera. Hello, Amy.
Good morning.
Coronavirus free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's getting sick of hearing about it too. I'm over it, but I had to talk about it because it is the big news story of the week. We don't share in the same collective hype as the masses, and for good reason. I have my reasons as I've just outlined.
My brother was talking about how he's all prepared for it.
Be prepared.
And you know what I told him? I said, you know how we're prepared? We got a busload of boxed food. We got rice. So it's not like we're going to be...
Yeah, we're not going to start. We have food, but I mean, like, people, and you've seen this on the news and on social media, is that people are going ballistic buying toilet paper, paper towel in bulk, disinfectant sprays, sanitary wipes, baby wipes, diaper. But I think they're targeting more the toilet paper and the paper towel and the Kleenex and the hand sanitizer and the disinfectant sprays. I know diapers and diapers and something else was mentioned. Wipes, yeah. I know that was mentioned, briefly, but it's mainly the paper towel and the toilet paper. Again, coronavirus doesn't affect your ass. It affects the chest and the throat, according to the CDC. And I believe at last check we had 33 cases here in Michigan, unless that number had gone up, which I'm not aware of yet.
They just posted from Grand Rapids, Michigan. The number of cases of coronavirus in Michigan has risen to 33. State's official said Saturday. That's 8 more than...
Right.
Here, I'll let you finish it because you can read faster, buddy.
Okay. She's right. I can read fast. I just have to put my eyeballs on first. Put my eyeballs on.
You can pronounce everything that's there, too, and I can't.
Okay, Grand Rapids, Michigan, from Wood TV, News Channel 8. The number of cases of coronavirus in Michigan has risen to 33, state officials said Saturday. That's 8 more than the state had confirmed Friday. All of the newest cases are in southeast Michigan. One of them, notably, is in Macomb County, is in a Macomb County man with no known travel history and no known contact with someone with a confirmed case. Although I heard there was someone who was around another person with coronavirus and they brought it back to Michigan. The new cases include an Oakland County man with history of domestic travel, an Oakland County man with unknown travel history, an Oakland County woman with history of contact with someone with a confirmed case. That's the one I was just pointing out. A Macomb County man with no known travel history and no known contact with someone with a confirmed case. Monroe County woman with history of domestic travel. A Wayne County woman with unknown travel history and no known contact with someone with a confirmed case, and a Washtenaw County woman with history of contact with someone with a symptomatic person who had international travel history. So it's all mainly Detroit, Ann Arbor, Mount Clemens, Monroe, Pontiac area, yeah. Michigan officials instituted several actions aimed at preventing the spread of the virus, including banning gatherings of more than 250 people, which includes the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Bay City. That was canceled. I heard SmackDown, WWE SmackDown was in Detroit on Friday. They weren't in Detroit on Friday.
Wait.
Or they were, but there was no audience. There was no crowd. That's what I was told, but I don't know. We were at Greg and Holly's, by the way.
Well, I watched it here. It was a rerun.
Oh, a rerun.
Yeah.
The easiest and most effective things you can do is to frequently wash your hands. Why is hand washing a trend in 2020? Why is that a trend? You should know to wash your hands. That's common sense. That's basic hygiene, something that everybody should exercise, not just because we have a virus. I don't know, you be the judge. The easiest and most effective things you can do is to frequently wash your hands they use frequently twice, for 20 seconds with soap and warm water. I wonder where they got the idea to put soap into that equation. Isn't that how you wash your fucking hands? You use soap.
And I think we learned that back in what?
They teach you that when you're like 3, 4.
Yeah. When you're in school.
Cough into your arm or a tissue rather than your hands, and avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. My hands are clean. I took a bath this morning. Whatever. Health officials also stressed you should stay home when you're sick, which is what I pointed out. When in public, you should avoid shaking hands or standing too close to others. I've been shaking people's hands. Okay. COVID-19 presents with a fever, cough, and shortness of breath. For most who contract it, symptoms are mild. The people most at risk are the elderly and those with pre-existing health problems. Children fighting cancer. That should be like A1 classified, home run. Chemo has entirely and completely messed up their immune systems. But anyway, continuing on with the article, if you think you've been exposed to coronavirus, call your healthcare provider. Unless you are in need of emergency help, you may not want to go directly to the emergency room so as to limit the spread of the illness. So where do you go? Where do you go then? Get advice from a doctor over the phone. If it's a Sunday, you're not going to get advice from a doctor. There's no doctor's office open on a Sunday. Not that I'm aware of.
No, so like Memorial, you know what they did? You know how they got their auditorium?
Yeah.
They made that into quarantine.
Yeah. But there's an after-hours clinic on Owasso too, right?
You can't go to after hours or anything, but they're not open on Sundays.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Spectrum Health in Grand Rapids is offering free phone screenings for coronavirus for anyone in the state and drive-up appointment-only specimen collection at a Michigan Street facility.
What's this going to be? World War III all over?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's, I mean, for them to even tell you not to touch your own face.
Oh, they're even telling you to frickin' use, like an antibiotic wipe on your frickin' phones and crap.
And shit. It's real. That's what I mean. It's like you can't touch your own face with unwashed hands. Well, too late for that. I don't know. I don't have coronavirus. The symptoms that I just read off, I don't feel a fever. I don't feel shortness of breath. And I don't remember the other symptom I just read off.
I have shortness of breath, but it's because I'm a smoker.
Yeah. And that was something, because we were at Emerald last night, and there was a girl that works there. She wants, I guess Dad said she wanted to go with you guys to do karaoke or something. She's short and wears glasses. Yeah. But anyway, she was saying that she has a cough, but that's because she's a smoker. I have a cough because of my allergies, my sinuses draining. But that's every day, every morning when I wake up.
Yeah.
I don't have coronavirus, so don't freak out, don't panic. But it's just getting incredibly and ridiculously out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not freaking out.
Why?
Yeah, what's the point? I mean,
it's ridiculous the way people are going, and you gotta stand in line at the stores freaking miles away from the cashier.
yeah, I heard the Meijer in Corona had very, very long lines.
Look, when you and Dad were up here at Frank's,
Yeah, at Frank's, those were small compared to the lines at Meijer's. But Frank's is just a regular locally owned grocery store, and
I can imagine if my dad had the store.
They were long. I mean, they were long lines even for a smaller grocery store. But Meijer and Walmart are big department stores.
Yeah.
And
my dad couldn't. If my dad had the store still,
yeah,
he couldn't keep in stock.
No, you can't keep up with the demand.
Yeah.
For supply, because it goes just as quick as you get it.
He's just a small store.
Yeah.
Like a little convenience store.
Yeah. You people need to just relax.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
Look, we know someone real well that's in a panic over it.
Who's that? My dad? He doesn't act like he's in a panic. Like last night, he was just saying, just whatever came to mind, because he makes it a habit to speak before he thinks. And he was saying that, Trump had something to do with it. And it's like, we don't know that. I don't know. I can't confirm that.
For some reason, you don't hear anything about him being tested.
Well, I read an article where he was tested and it came back negative.
Oh, okay.
That was just, I think, last night before I went to bed.
Okay.
But even still, I mean, I don't like to speculate. If I don't have evidence to state a claim or to make a case, I don't like to speculate on things.
And you figure, if I remember right, Trump was over there before all this coronavirus crap went down.
Yeah.
So I got thinking, he gets tested, he's going to come back negative because of the fact that he was over there before all this crap went down.
And like all the other viruses and health scares we've had, H1N1 and I don't know, West Nile virus, anthrax, EEE, swine flu, mad cow disease, enterovirus, rhinovirus.
There's another one that the deer get too now.
Regular flu. I mean, the flu killed a lot of people in an even shorter amount of time than the coronavirus. I mean, the coronavirus, I keep hearing that the coronavirus is like a mutation of a cold or the flu or whatever, but again, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to get that up soon.
I don't like to just believe what I'm told. That's not how my mind works. But if I see an article from the CDC, then yes, because they are the Centers for Disease Control. That's like a scientific thing going on there, and they have evidence. They have the scientific data to back up their claims. So that's how my mind is engineered, folks. That's how I treat everything. I take everything, like with the coronavirus scare, I take it with a grain of salt, but I also stay aware of what's going on. I'm not freaking out. I'm not panicking. Like, there's just no reason for it. There's no need for it. But anyway, how was your week? Minus the coronavirus. Kind of just ordinary.
Okay, and just hanging out at home.
Yeah.
Letting you men do what you guys want to do together.
Well, I mean, it's yesterday, and we went to a church yesterday in Chesaning to get a food box because we were kind of low on food a little bit and we needed the extra help. The people are immensely fucking rude people up there. There's no two ways about it. They're fucking rude. When we were there the last month, they were rude as fuck. Yesterday was no exception. It was the same grouchy ass, raunchy ass people, judgmental fucking people, getting mad and bent out of shape. Because, well, they were really smug with my dad. Well, you could come back at 5 o'clock. Maybe he doesn't want to come back at fucking 5 o'clock. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear him say it because if I would have heard them say it, it would have been round number 2. Look, you get what you give. If you're going to be disrespectful to me, if I'm being nice to you, I'm going to dish it back to you. You're going to get it right back. And I don't care. Church or no church. It's ridiculous. Those people are volunteers. They act like people are taking from them out of their cupboards and refrigerators. They're volunteers. They're not being paid to do the job. It's all volunteer work. So you people at Trinity United Baptist Church or whatever, or Methodist, what the fuck ever, y'all need to calm down. Get your underwear out of a knot and just relax. We're not going back there anyway, Dad said.
Him and Krista are going tomorrow to get...
Yeah, out in Montrose. I don't like unnecessarily rude fucking people. I just don't. I treat everybody with respect. I approach people with cordial demeanor. I treat people the way I want to be treated. That golden rule has stuck with me since childhood, since elementary school, since grade school. You really and truly do have to treat people how you want to be treated. I smile, although I'm missing teeth in the front. I still smile. I say, hi, how are you doing? Hope you have a good day today. They usually smile back and say hello. If they want to be rude, condescending assholes, then just keep walking. I don't care. I don't have time for it. But that's just how I roll.
Yeah, you walk away from them.
Yeah, which I've done. Well, that one lady up there, when I was there, excuse me, coronavirus. No. Anyway, when we were up there the last time, I got irate with her because we were standing in line, and I told that lady, I said, if I acted anywhere nearly as bad as you are towards other people, the way that you're behaving towards my dad and myself, I would kick my own ass. And everybody just turned to look at me. I said, yep, I just went there. Got a problem with it? Dad's like, you're going to get us kicked out of here. Yep. So what? Just like a church to judge people.
They always do.
That's why I don't go to church. That's why every Sunday I'm usually here at home doing this, or I don't know, I'm visiting with friends and family, and I don't have time for rude, judgmental, bitchy people. And I will not tolerate it. I will not tolerate it. I'm not going to stand there and keep my mouth shut. Jimmy, my stepdad Jimmy yesterday, just don't say anything to him. Fuck that. If they're going to be rude to me, I am saying something back to them. what's the phrase nowadays? Sorry, not sorry. I will say something. Coffee went down I'd say the wrong pipe, but there's only one pipe. But I don't know.
Thank you, Jared. I needed that.
We were at Jay's yesterday. We were over at my brother Jay's. I had him just laughing. He was laughing so hard he damn near started bawling. We were just talking about adult things that I can't repeat here, obviously. But it's what we just talk about, adult things. Like you and Dad when I'm gone, or even when I'm here. We're grown people. We talk about adult things. So what? But we were joking about that, and he was just laughing his ass off, and he laughed so hard he bawled, or he was about ready to cry. But it was a good day yesterday, other than the condescending bitches at the church. It was all good. You playing Super Mario?
Actually, no. It's called Fairy Dice.
Oh.
And it's like an arcade. It's like an arcade game where you take the kids to the arcade where they go and they play games and win the tickets. Well,
yeah.
That's kind of what this is, but you roll the dice and get like I did here a few days ago. Well, under 7 days ago.
Yeah.
And I played and got 6,000 tickets and ended up buying a headband, or getting a headband.
Yeah.
For your brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did see that. Came in the mail. Speaking of arcades, I can remember being like I think 15 or 16, maybe 17. We would go to the casino, and I go into the arcade room, and I remember hitting the jackpot, winning mountains of tickets, and I was getting everything off the
top shelf.
Yeah, everything. I was getting everything.
Too bad you couldn't have won the karaoke machine up
there
for your dad.
But when I turned 18, I hit the gambling floor. I didn't, pussyfoot about with any more of this arcade shit, although it was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you used to take my daughter in there and play in the arcade.
I keep an eye on her and just watch her. And, yeah, but the arcade, like, that was the thing that I would do when I was a teenager. I used to wear a trench coat. Remember that long black trench coat I used to wear?
Yeah.
And boy, did I get looks. Did I get looks from people because, who's this tall guy walking around in a long black trench? I don't even know if I still have my trench or not, but either way, that's one thing I remember. But now, with the coronavirus scare, I heard the casinos are closed.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Or they're going to be closing because of the mass crowds of people. A casino holds way over 250 people.
Yeah.
Way over. Soaring Eagle, matter of fact, I could probably find out real quick if Soaring Eagle is closed or not.
Yeah.
I'll have to check Google.
Yep.
Google, my trusty friend here.
Did you make another pot of coffee?
I didn't. Let's see here.
I think Daddy's waking.
Come on, Google. Come on, Google. Thank you. Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Now they provide the Michigan Problem Gambling Hotline, just like the Michigan Lottery, and they're not even tied in with the lottery. That's all Indian reservation stuff, but I'm trying to see, going out of, liquidation sales bananas beginning Monday, January 6th. Soaring Eagle's getting rid of everything from luggage racks, trash cans to TVs and king-size beds. TVs and beds for $5 each. Boy, I missed that deal. but it doesn't say anything about coronavirus. I might have to I'll have to type in coronavirus. Soaring okay, this was 3 days ago. Let's see here. From WNEM TV5, which is, of course, the CBS affiliate in Saginaw. Okay, this article says, Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant, Saginaw Eagles Landing and Standish have added resources to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. At both locations, the casinos have implemented the following. Placed hand sanitizing stations throughout the property, including at each entrance to each restroom. Employees are required to wash their hands regularly, and guests are encouraged to as well. The soap containers in each restroom are continually being replenished. Tissues have been provided in each restroom should guests or staff experience sneezing or coughing. Employees are working continuously to provide the cleanest environment, routinely cleaning machines, tables, and all dining surfaces. Employees and guests are urged to stay home if they are sick. So they're not closing the casino. That was just a rumor then.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they do, I'm sure we'll hear.
No, because they'll announce it in the news.
Yeah, it'll be on WNEM TV5. It'll be on ABC 12. It'll be on Mid-Michigan Now, which is Fox 66. These are all of our local affiliates, by the way. Well, in my area anyway, depending on which part of the state you live. It'll be on the news. It'll be broadcast in some way.
Yep. Everything else is, even the schools.
Yeah. Governor Whitmer had declared a statewide school closing in both upper and lower peninsulas until, I think, April 6th, the 5th or the 6th or something like that.
Yeah, some are out until the 5th, and then some are out till the 6th, I guess.
Yeah. Some places in different states, they're out until like the 27th of April.
You might as well say then they go on their spring break.
Yeah. See, and that was my concern too, like, because I know they have summer vacation. Yeah. They get out in June, so...
This is March. April, May, June.
Yeah.
Why send them back?
Yeah. And that's what I was concerned about, too. I mentioned that here just a little while ago, is that...
My dad, he's wondering if they're going to have...
A summer vacation. That's what I was...
Yeah. He thinks that they're going to have to make them all up.
Yeah, they're not...
The snow days.
Yeah, they're not going to have a summer vacation. That's what my concern is.
Yeah.
You know?
Some of the schools, they're not going to probably have...
This coronavirus has really fucked the economy, needless to say, because now, with all that being said, if in fact the coronavirus disrupts travel plans for the summer, so what are they going to do? They're going to have to get reimbursed. They're going to have to get refunded all the money they spent, like if they had tickets or if they're going on cruise ships, or if they're going anywhere just for any purpose of traveling. They're going to have to be reimbursed. They're going to have to be refunded all that money, and all the companies are going to lose lots of money. Yeah. The coronavirus has really fucked the economy over, left, right, and sideways, and people are freaking out. Freaking out. Not me. Not I. It's not going to cancel the Sunday video.
I look at it this way, too. With all this going on, and my counselor being pregnant for triplets, 1 boy, 2 girls.
Triplets?
Identical girls. And she's still being my counselor up until she is told that she can't counsel no more. Right. So, and then when she's gone, then I have my doctor, which is going to also be my counselor.
Double duty.
Yeah. I thought he was waking up.
So did I. But His shock lighter quit working.
Yeah, she took it back last night, and she's gonna get it. Gonna try to replace it.
So for those of you, if you didn't see my Sunday video a couple of weeks ago, I'm still laughing at that. I watch it over and over again, and I laugh my ass off at my own reaction. Dad got me with a shock lighter a couple of weeks ago in a Sunday video, and yeah, we're still laughing about it, but it quit working. And as Amy just pointed out, my brother Jay's girlfriend Crystal's sending it back, and
well, it goes back to the store she bought
yeah,
it at.
Yeah.
And she's gonna let them know that it's not working proper.
Yeah.
Because she was sitting over on the couch and she could click it.
Yeah.
And
it wouldn't juice. Yeah.
And then there were times where she would push it, and it would jolt. You could tell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it bites you a little bit, but you know, I mean, I should have known that Dad, it was a prank, because my dad being the prankster, I mean, especially at April Fool's Day, you really gotta watch him.
Yeah.
You really gotta watch my dad at April Fool's Day.
Coming up.
It is coming up, and you know, with again with the coronavirus, they were talking about the closing of Secretary of State branch offices, where here in Michigan, that's where we go to renew our driver's licenses and our tags and everything. So, because they don't have a direct number over there, is what I was told. I don't know.
I got the number for over there.
The Secretary of State?
Yeah.
Why would they tell me there's no direct number then?
I don't know.
That's weird. I've heard people call them because they make outgoing calls.
Yeah.
They make outgoing calls like to Lansing, to the Maine Secretary of State. Most states call that the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, but here in Michigan, we go through the Secretary of State office to renew.
St. Charles, Secretary of State.
Yeah, we go through the Secretary of State to renew our driver's licenses and our tags, vehicle registrations, to get our license plates, of course.
I don't have the number to it. I thought I did.
To anything to do with vehicles, we go through the Secretary of State.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. But I've heard phones ring over there. And I've seen the guy behind the counter make outgoing calls on a phone.
Yeah.
Why am I doing the stupid pinky and thumb shit? I think we know the concept of a telephone. But I've seen him make the calls. I've witnessed that.
Call me.
Yeah. But, you know, that's really going to mess everything up if they close the branch offices, because there's people who need to renew their tags or renew their licenses. And if they're not open, they're telling everybody that they have to call to set up an appointment. Well, that's kind of hard to do if there's no number to contact them. Because Dad's birthday is coming up in April. And
yeah, and me and Carly had something planned for it,
but if the Secretary of State's office is closed, there's no way he's going to be able to, unless, of course, he's able to find a number to call. And I don't know. Like I said, this coronavirus thing has really messed everything up. But it will not cancel the Sunday video update. I'm here for you people. I'm here for your entertainment. I'm here for you, the people who love me, the people who hate me, the people who just can't get enough of Jer Bear. I'm here for you. Oh, Dad is getting up. Well, good morning, Dad. Well, good. Yeah, is it morning still?
No, 12:32. Buddy.
Oh, good afternoon. I can't see without my glasses. Well, good afternoon, Dad.
And when Dad gets woke up, you gotta call your son.
We're out of there's no coffee made.
Huh?
Which one?
Jay,
My brother Jay.
be prepared. Forewarning.
Bad news?
No, he just wants to bitch Dad out. That's all.
Bitch Dad out.
Yep.
What?
Yep, that's all he wants.
What?
He wants to bitch you out.
Bitch me out.
Yeah, that's what Amy said.
For what?
Jay wants to bitch you out.
Remember the incident last night with your niece?
With the what?
Your niece
Yeah.
getting a hold of you?
Oh, no.
That's all it's about.
No, that's my business.
That's my family for you. Drama.
That's what I told him. I said, Dad's old enough to fucking do what he wants.
It never happened, so.
And that's another reason why I stay home, folks. I don't get caught up in the drama. You know, like if someone can message me or text me and say, "Oh, Jared, I was told that you did this or said that." I didn't say or do shit. I've been home.
No, your brother don't watch these. So.
Oh, he doesn't watch these?
Not that I know of.
Either way, oh well, who cares? I stay home because, like I said, someone can say, "Oh, you were here doing this or you were there doing that." No, I wasn't. I was fucking home.
Yep, that's just like me. You might as well stay home because if not, something's being said or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, well, Jared, you said this to such and such person. I have connections to the outside world, even though I'm home.
I could sit and be watching music on TV or having your music go. My brother thinks I'm at the frickin' bar.
And if you are, so what?
You're out drinking tonight. I'm sitting at home.
And you're how old?
I'm supposed to be 47, but I think my brother thinks I'm like 12.
You're old enough to do what you want. You don't have to. What is he, your probation officer?
God. He's thought that all his life.
And he's younger than you.
Yeah. I've always taken care of my brothers.
Some people need to just grow up and mind their business. And
I used to have to change my brother's diaper because my mom was drunk.
It's why I stay away from a lot of, like when someone says, well, if there's a family gathering, like a little reunion or a little party, you want to come to it?
They both have, Wayne, they both have not went out to go to the bathroom. They have not wanted to go out. Now that you're up, that's what he's trying to tell you. Jared fed baby boy, but we gotta find a way to get some more dog food and cat food.
Anyway, when there's family gatherings and they invite me, I don't go because I know how my family is.
Yeah.
They.
Like I got a family reunion coming up on my biological side. Well, we're not even going.
They need someone to gossip about. They need someone to talk shit about. You can do it when I'm not there, and I don't have to know. I really don't care.
Well,
But
I don't need Dad getting into a fight either at my reunion over at Real Heart.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't care about any of that stuff, really, to be honest. If you got something to say, then say it when I'm not there. Be the coward you are. Say it when I'm gone. Because you wouldn't say this to my face. Kind of reminds me of social media. People who everybody is so brave.
They ain't got the balls to say it.
Everybody is so brave behind a keyboard.
Yep.
That saying shit that they would never say to your face.
I'm not even got a keyboard.
Well, he's got Facebook. Yeah. Anybody who has Facebook is behind a keyboard. Yes, that is the case. You have a keyboard on your phone. You have a keyboard here on the computer. You have access. You're behind a keyboard. Yes. Just like when you text, there's numbers, or like when you text somebody, it used to be you only had to go by the numbers, like the ABC or whatever. Now, oh yeah, he's got the flip phone still, so.
That's fucking numbers.
It's A, yeah. Well, on the smartphones, like the Android phone, like I have, there's the actual keyboard where you can text. People use their thumbs, but I text like this.
If it's so fucking smart, how come it don't pay the phone bill for you?
I
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, how come it doesn't automatically cover the cost of my monthly plan?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about switching?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about switching.
That's what I thought.
Going through Cricket instead of
Not having a phone.
Metro PCS.
It ain't bad either. And the thing you do, bud, leave your money. Well, after you get it started, leave like it'll
No,
cost
he
you
won't do that.
$55.
He's like me. He's
You
like
can
me.
leave it in the bank instead of go paying it.
Yeah.
Because you go pay it there,
Cost you $3.
yeah, it's gonna cost you $54.
I'll pay the extra money.
Okay. Because I was gonna say you could do like I do
Yeah.
and just punch it like you would go to the store.
Yeah.
You punch in your numbers on your card and all
Right.
that,
Yeah.
and they don't even see it.
Card, pay it off a card.
I mean, because I usually go to Owasso anyway when we get our trucks. So the thing is,
Another thing I thought about doing, bud.
and I won't let them take out of my account.
Right. Another thing I thought about doing is just adding another line
Yeah.
on my account, and I pay $80 for it, and then you can just give me your portion.
No,
And if I've already paid it,
No.
then I'll just keep
no,
your
because you're
portion.
not going to have the same shit happen as it did with Joe.
What?
What? What did Joe do when you paid your, at the minute you didn't have the money? What did he
I'm
do?
not gonna do that to
I
Jared,
understand,
Wayne.
but you know what I'm saying.
I helped Jared with a phone when he
Yeah,
first got
yeah.
started. Jared always paid me.
How much you got going out? Just leave it the way it is.
I mean,
Just 'cause
no, I appreciate the gesture, but I appreciate the gesture, but it's because at Metro I'm paying $63,
Right.
and I hardly get service anywhere.
Oh, shit.
I want to go through somewhere and it's cheaper and I can get a better coverage area.
Right.
When I'm in the Upper Peninsula, I get no service with Metro PCS. Zip, zilch, zero, none, nada.
And then you look at the map there and see now.
I saw
far
the coverage map at Cricket.
See Metro PCS
Yeah,
should have something like that. They can show the customers, okay, this is the coverage. Okay, I'm not satisfied with that coverage, so I'm going to go find something somewhere
Yeah.
else.
yeah. I don't remember them showing me a coverage map at
Yeah,
Metro
see,
PCS.
And they should.
I don't remember. I don't even think they have a map on the wall, or a map that's readily available to the customers. I don't think they have that ready for the customers.
Did you go to Verizon? Verizon has it.
I'm not going through Verizon.
No.
Probably Cricket. That'd probably be my
I'm
best
just
bet.
saying, Verizon has it. Cricket has it.
Yeah.
They are supposed to have it. Just like you go buy a phone in the store, like Dollar General. They have right there that states everything in the coverage. They got booklets that you can take and look at.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cricket sounds, because see, I was even suggested Straight Talk, but I don't think I want Straight Talk.
No, my dad does not have any luck with Straight Talk, and then he went over to Boost, and he's having a little bit better, but there's still times he can't get out.
My brother Wayne, he goes through Boost, and he's, oh yeah, you should get Boost. Yeah, Wayne, but you're right in Saginaw. You're right in the city. There's towers all over the city. Of course you're going to get good service.
Yeah.
I live out in the sticks, out in the boonies. I'm a country boy through and through. The nearest cell phone tower is over here, I think, by
Southeast of us.
by Express Stop, the tower behind my stepdad's house. And then there's one over here by Brant, too. There's another tower over there. But I don't know if that's a cell phone tower. I'm not sure.
I'm not for sure either.
One over there too.
Yeah, over by St. Charles, there's towers over there. Yeah, so, of course, Dad's now joining us off camera. And the topic, of course, today, as we discussed last night, is the coronavirus. I do have a bit of a cough today. It's not coronavirus related. I have allergies. My sinuses drain every day.
Got a cough too.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's got it?
The coronavirus is here. Drink Bush Light.
Drink Bush Light. Yeah. I like Bush Light.
Everybody
I tied one on. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I knew there was something I was forgetting.
Does that mean we can't go into bars?
There was that was the thing. I did get a little bit drunk the other night. And
yeah, you come home and passed out in your room with your baseball cap on, your glasses on. I'm coming in there.
Yeah.
Jared.
What?
I say what you're going to. I think that's what you're going to tell about Jeremy's brother-in-law.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm going to get into specifics of what I was talking about, and I already mentioned to Amy. My buddy down here, his name is Jeremy, and he and his wife, they have a 14-month-old, and you know, of course, they're kind of afraid of the coronavirus. Of course, you know, it's their only baby. Well, Jeremy and his brother-in-law, Austin, were up at Back 40. And, you know, they're really good guys. And I'm sitting there, I'm like on my 6th or 7th beer, Busch Light. And I asking them questions about women, the autonomy of women, you know, or the bodily functions of women. And his face was turning as red as my beard. And, I asked Jeremy, I said, women like that, don't they, Jeremy? And he, oh yeah. And Austin's face was turning as red as my beard. And I was embarrassing him, and he's like, can we please just kind of talk about something else? He's only 22 years old. And I asked him if he's ever been with a woman in that way and what women like, you know. And he was so embarrassed, and I had him just fucking turning 50 shades of red. But it was a good night. We came up to the corner up here, down the road here, and there was a little fawn standing at the corner, and we stopped at the corner. Dad says, why don't you get out and try to get, you know, see if that deer's saddle broke.
Why do I think someone's here?
And I don't think they are. But Dad says, well, why don't you see if that deer's saddle broke? So I get out. Right at the corner, I get out, walk up to the deer. Hey, let's go have a cold one down at the Back 40. Deer goes running off. And I'm pretty much drunk, or at least buzzed. I wouldn't say drunk, but then Dad he cuts a half donut at the intersection.
When don't he?
It's like, whoa, what are you doing, Dad? Don't do that. I'm kind of buzzed. I've already got the spins. Don't make it worse.
That's what we made.
Yeah. I needed to tie one on. It was the time was right, and it was a long week. And March 11th was a year since my Uncle Rick passed away. That was a rough day, and we both had a bad day that day.
People, stop being stingy with the toilet paper, assholes.
Yeah.
And quit raising the price of diapers. Them babies need it.
The gasoline, did you see how cheap the gas is?
Yeah.
It's below $2 a gallon.
Well, somebody said on there it's supposed to go to 83.9 cents a gallon before it's all over with. Then they're going to have a gas war.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is. I know it was $1.97 at Admiral, and I was told that it was $1.89 in Saginaw.
We got it for $1.89.
In Saginaw? Okay. So it was $1.89 in Saginaw, and I guess it was like $1.79 in Bay City or Midland or somewhere.
Was it in Owasso?
Mount Pleasant.
$1.84.
I knew it was cheap.
But
and like they said,
it's crazy out there right now.
Like it says on Facebook, people that buy the sanitizers of all that out, well, don't they realize that other people need it?
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't care.
Yeah. I feel bad for the baby.
It's the media and social media that's fostering the hype. They're exacerbating the hysteria, and y'all need to just fucking relax. Just relax. It's not apocalyptic. We're not gonna, the world is coming to an end. No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, Jared, how are you so sure? Because I'm sure it's not coming to an end.
And if it did, nobody's going to know it anyways.
I wasn't going to mention this, but what the hell, why not? I had another prank caller last week from the Diabetes Association of America, which I don't know if it's legit, even if it is, irrespective of the fact if it's legitimate or not, doesn't matter, because why the fuck are you calling me? Well, they called me and we kind of had a back and forth. It was the same foreign voice over the phone. I think it was Iraqi or whatever. And it's like, the last question he asked me before he hung up on me was, what if you die tomorrow? What if I die tomorrow? Then what?
That means you ain't getting no money.
What if I die tomorrow? Then what? You're going to plan the funeral? Are you going to cremate me? What? Okay, what happens? Well, what if you die tomorrow? I don't know. What if you die tomorrow?
Ain't gonna matter because they got all the church closed.
Oh boy. They think I have stupid written on my forehead. I don't give my personal information.
You don't really get
but I have fun with them anyway.
You don't really get me. This is funny, think about it. They closed all the churches.
Yeah.
Don't God heal?
Yeah, isn't he a divine healer?
Does that make any fucking sense?
Nope.
God will heal ya. Go to church. They closed the churches. How's he gonna heal me? It's so fucking dumb.
It is dumb. It is stupid. I was thinking about that yesterday because we were at the church yesterday. I was thinking of asking him, because Jimmy was telling us that the churches were closing, and I'm thinking, so why doesn't your God work his mysterious, magical, whimsical powers and heal you and everybody else so you can go to church on Sunday? Doesn't he want you to come to his house to worship and genuflect to him?
He closes the churches. We're going to close church today because I'm not feeling well.
I do not. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into that. It's just so stupid. But the coronavirus, getting back to that, it's really taken hold of this country. It's taken grip on a lot, not just America, but globally, on a global scale. And I think people need to just relax and calm down and, just live.
I think the world knows how.
Live your life. Just do what you do on a normal day, I don't know. I'm not afraid. And I'm a childhood cancer survivor. And when I say that and I put that out there, I'm not saying that I'm untouchable. I'm not saying that I'm invisible, or what's the word I'm looking for? Invincible to the coronavirus. I'm just saying that I'm geared at knowing how to handle situations regarding germs and bacteria and it's the healthy people who are freaking the fuck out. I've been through much worse, and I'm not freaking out. I can talk to any of my oncology friends, because most, the adults, I don't talk to the kids in text messages. I talk to the parents, and I ask them what their take is on this coronavirus. I've had numerous conversations over text message. What's your take on this coronavirus situation? I'm not looking to, stir up an argument. I just want to know what your take is on this, what your position is. And it's usually the same thing. People blow it out of proportion. I'm not afraid of this. I know what I need to do to protect my child. I know what I need to do in order to keep my kids safe and you know, in a germ-free environment. I know how to disinfect. Because when you get a cancer diagnosis, like my mom and dad had a cancer diagnosis with me, they had to learn. They had to go all out with disinfectants, cleaning products, everything. Clorox bleach, Lysol, Pine Sol, everything. I mean, our house was smelling good. It smelled really good with all the different disinfectants and things, but that's something you have to learn, and it should be common sense anyway, to stay clean, to keep the house disinfected. But common sense is not so common, apparently, because people are buying toilet paper and paper towel in bulk, which is kind of, it's insulting.
Some places even limit it now.
I thought they limited that anyway, like, like sometimes you go into a store, you can, with a certain item, limit 4, limit 5, or it even tells you in the insert how many at a time you can buy. But a lot of these people, they buy up to the maximum amount, they take it out to the car or to the vehicle, then they come back in and get more. Buy it to the limit, take it out to the car, come back in. It's selfishness, and it's hysteria, it's hype. I don't know how many more times I can say it. You all need to just relax and get a grip and just chill. It's going to be okay. Childhood cancer survivor here. You know, listen to what people are telling you. Follow the science, okay? Hold on, Scruffy. He's not. He doesn't take no for an answer. You got to follow the science and just be proactive. He's probably agreeing with me. I know, Scruff, because I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't need input, buddy. I don't need help. But thank you. You're right. I know I'm right. But anyway, you have to stay proactive, but don't be paranoid about the situation. Dad's coming, Scruff. Just live your life. What? Dog wants in. He says, Dad, let me in. Let me in. Hey, Bart. Oh, those boat dogs. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Yeah. I'm not scratching your butt. Go on.
Come on, Bart. Bart,
You're the only one that does it good enough, I guess.
go on. Go. Get my coach.
I've been wearing my my Sparty hat. Seems that all sporting events have been canceled too. But I still wear my Spartan hat, and I show my support for East Lansing. And I, of course, drink out of my Spartan coffee cup. I got that at Five Below in Saginaw. This coffee cup. So I've been here for, let's see, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's going to take all day to upload.
But,
slow YouTube.
I know YouTube really needs to get their shit in gear. But maybe no one's working at YouTube today because of the coronavirus.
Yeah. They took day off.
And I pointed out, too, like, what if everybody at Facebook and Twitter just went home? No one to control behind the scenes. What if they all just went home? No social media. People actually have to. Well, they can't go out and meet each other face to face because that's not recommended. They're doing that anyway. But no social media? Oh my goodness. Whatever will we do? How did we do it years before social media? Oh, I forgot. Most of the kids now weren't alive when social media was non-existent. They're not my age. They're not our age in this room.
Back in the day, you wasn't afraid to go talk to somebody.
Well, back in the day, people had common sense to wash their hands and not cough in people's face deliberately. You know.
Our mom and dad taught you how to do it.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to.
They also taught you not to be selfish.
Yeah.
Look at people now.
It's a different.
Buying grocery carts full of toilet paper, like, really?
Yeah.
Just like the paper towels. If you look on the paper towels, made in China. Really?
Yeah, it's a different America.
Fucking sense.
No, it doesn't. Nothing.
Fucking people are dumb.
Nothing makes sense. It's the America that we live in. That's today's America. The land of the free, the home of the brave, and the paranoid.
And the stupid.
And the stupid. He said it, not me. But,
Okay, anyway, the stupid.
but, like, I'll show you what I have to be proactive in the fight against coronavirus. I have these pocket, like napkins, I guess, or they're Kleenex.
People are so worried about the...
I'm prepared because I'm scared.
You know, and before all this started, Jared, I got 2 packages of those.
Yeah, but don't people
And there's 8 in
understand?
a package.
You don't have to buy toilet paper, buy paper towels, cut them in half, you got your toilet paper.
Yeah.
Up in little squares.
Yeah. I don't know. What?
I said, this is my theory on this virus shit going around. Trump's still president. If he gets in another 4 years, you're not going to hear about that coronavirus no more. It's going to be gone.
See what I told you? He was going to bring up Trump. Before, while you were asleep, you probably weren't sleeping.
I heard
And
you.
yeah, okay. Thank you.
I hear you, everything you're saying.
Thank you for proving my point. But I knew Trump would be mentioned at some point in the conversation about coronavirus. Amy and I were talking about that too. Or wait, you probably heard that conversation too. But
He forgot what he
I'm not blaming. Like, it's easy to point the finger and blame other people. I'm not crazy about Trump.
Yeah, but he wants this election so
I'm
bad.
not crazy. I'm not crazy about politics at all, which is why I don't get involved in it.
As soon as he
But-
gets in there, the virus is going to disappear. You're
But-
not gonna hear it.
There's people, they always need someone to blame. Now,
Trump actually, like Jared said earlier, came back negative.
yeah, he was tested for coronavirus. It came back negative.
But he was in China.
But it came back negative.
But, like I was telling Jared on the video, the thing is Trump was over there in China before
All this went down.
all this started.
Yeah. And then when he come back, it started, didn't it?
But he tested. He was tested for it, and it came back negative. I read the article.
Yeah.
It came back negative. It's just people need somebody to blame. I'm not crazy about Trump, and I'm not defending Trump. I'm not defending anybody because I don't trust any politician. But I don't know. It seems like we have some strange virus or something going on around election time every year, every 4 years. It's
getting to be a routine.
like we're noticing a pattern here, where there's always some health scare, something going on when there's an election. I don't vote. I haven't voted in 16 years.
But it seems like every time an election comes out, we got a new virus thing or something going on.
Yeah.
If you go back and look,
And what it is they were.
every year something.
Yeah, but but here's the thing too. They like to divert attention of the public to something else other than what's actually happening. And so, okay, we'll scare enough people. They're not going to show up at the voting booth, which is going to make the opponents vote more stronger because there's no one out there voting for the other person. But either way,
They're going to get more votes. And then
it's all a bunch of shit.
and Trump's going to get
Which is why I get no, I don't get my hands dirty and all that mess. I stay home, I stay back, and y'all do what you got to do, but just be safe and don't deliberately cough in each other's faces.
And we're going to survive no matter what it takes.
Oh, we'll be all right. We'll live. Come on.
I'll survive.
Jeez.
Whatever I got to do, I'm going to survive.
But, and I was pointing out, too, that one of my, because I've been talking to a lot of my friends, they're parents of kids who are survivors of cancer or fighting cancer, and one of them is actually fighting off the flu, and he's a brain cancer survivor. And we were talking yesterday, and she says, I really don't want to take him to the hospital with all this going on because that puts him at a greater risk. Because his immune system, as I pointed out numerous times in this week's video, your immune system is shot to shit from the treatment. So that makes you more susceptible.
But the thing is, now they got the hospitals all locked down. They're not letting nobody go in.
I heard Covenant Hospital in Saginaw was on lockdown. There's like 6 different Covenant hospitals in Saginaw.
The doctor,
6 of them.
Positive for that
Coronavirus.
There's
yes, there's different campuses. There's Michigan, Houghton, Cooper, Harrison, Irving, and Mackinac. Those are the 6
main ones.
The 6 Covenant hospitals in Saginaw.
And if you're sick, they're telling you don't.
And if they're going to lock down one hospital, chances are they've locked them all down.
Yeah.
The other 5. Because what did that Tammy was telling us at her name's Tammy, right, at the gas station?
Yeah.
She was telling us, I think it was Harrison, Covenant Harrison was on lockdown.
Yeah.
So damn well the other campuses are going to be on lockdown.
Well, I know.
They're all affiliated.
Yeah, Owaso's not.
Covenant, no.
No, but it ain't locked down.
But Memorial's not on lockdown yet. Not yet.
No, they've got a separate, like I was telling Jared, they got a separate area now, where the auditorium is?
Yeah.
They've got that for your coronavirus symptoms and all that.
Well, how do you know you got coronavirus? You have to go to the emergency first.
No,
They're going to give it to everybody there.
you don't have to go.
But if you don't have it and you think you just got a cold, you go to that place where the people are at, you're going to catch it. Right?
Well, they specified the symptoms for coronavirus. It was a fever and
temperature,
shortness of breath.
Yeah.
I forget there were like 3 different symptoms. I think I got the 2.
Only attacking the elderly.
A cough, yeah.
It's only attacking the elderly.
Oh, I don't have coronavirus.
The young.
25 on up.
Personally, I don't understand. Like I understand where with the elderly and children who are like the cancer warriors, they're more susceptible. They have a better chance. But even healthy people are freaking out.
Yeah.
The healthy people are the ones who are buying in bulk when they shouldn't.
They should let women and children have it first. They should have the little babies have it, what they need. And people raising diapers, $99 a box.
Oh, because they profit on people's paranoia. They're profiting on people's weakness. And I think it's disgusting that...
My ears and I opened up at 6 o'clock this morning.
But that is the pastime. That is the pastime of this country. It's no different than Big Pharma. They profit on the weak and the vulnerable.
And I also seen on Facebook, Jared, that this one lady said, why don't they open up a Myers or Walmart 6 o'clock in the morning just for the elderly? Let the elderly go in and get their stuff that they need, come out, and then let the people go in.
It's just a mess. I'm kind of leery about the mail delivery, too. Yeah. Are they going to stop mail delivery, or...
And what happens to everybody checks their money they get when they can't pay the bills? What they're going to do? They're going to lose their houses.
Oh, yeah, the exchange of money.
Well, I suggest, like that lady said on Facebook, take your money, put it in the bag, put it out beside your door, on your porch. I'll come and pick it up. You ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
That's what a person said on Facebook. I said that.
Well, people are vulnerable. They're gullible right now. They would do it. they would fucking do it.
Yep. Yeah, it's just so stupid.
I don't know, guys. I've spent like the last hour and a half talking about coronavirus.
And Dad's just going to keep it going.
If I walk out that door and I drop dead, well, it was my time. That's it. It was my time. If I die tomorrow, it was my time.
Like the guy, the phony jackass from Diabetes Association of America. What if you die tomorrow? Okay, what if I fucking die tomorrow? What are you going to do about it?
Oh, he's gone. There's another one we don't have to pay taxes on.
It was a prank call. There is none. There was no legitimate... No, I'm not stupid.
Then if you ask them where they're from, they're like, well, you have them, and they'll go right around the answer.
It's like they asked me if I had chicken pox. Do you have chicken pox? Not since I banged your wife. And that's been what? Well, last night. Then they laugh at me because they know that I know they're full of shit. That they're not legitimate people. They're running a scam. And I never answer yes or no.
Nope.
Because it's all being recorded. All the time, every time. You never say yes or no in any phone call. You know, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And
Will you repeat that? Goodbye.
well, he kept asking me, "Do you have diabetes?" I wasn't given a yes or a no. I said, "Why do you need that information?"
Do you have chicken pox? Well,
No. He said, "Do you have diabetes?"
We don't own chicken.
Why do you need that information? Well, I just need to know, sir. Why? You're not getting a yes or a no from me. I'm going to keep asking you, why do you need that information?
We don't have chicken pox. We don't have chickens.
Well, it's so stupid. They think I'm going to give in and I'm going to collapse and give a yes or a no answer. I'm much too equipped and eloquent with dealing with nitwits and knuckleheads and bullshitters of the world. But anyway,
I'm sorry I didn't say that, did I?
I have been here for a long time talking about coronavirus.
I'm just gonna say thank you for all the laughs, Jared.
About an hour and 45 minutes I've been here.
I needed them.
Dad just woke up minutes ago, or a few minutes ago, actually. And I'm going to end it on that note. Just be proactive, but don't be paranoid. This is all going to go away. It always does. Just like every other health scare, pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it. Just like every other one we've had.
Stay safe and wait your ass.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Wash your ass.
And
cough into your arm.
yeah.
Your elbow.
And I just want to know when, because childhood cancer is a centuries-old disease, and it is a pandemic,
Yeah.
I want to know when childhood cancer is going to get this much media coverage. Not wait until September. Not wait until there's a diagnosis outbreak. I want to know when, at some point, childhood cancer is going to get the same kind of media coverage. Because it's been a pandemic for centuries. And I do mean centuries. I'm not exaggerating. It's been around forever. But, nobody bats an eye to it until it's their kid. But, and I'll end the video on that note. Dad, Amy, thank you for joining me this week. I know Dad was a little late coming in. But Amy, thank you. You come out of your cocoon, the bedroom.
Like I said, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. She was on the phone with a friend. That's okay. No hard feelings. I'll let it slide this time.
Okay.
So send you with a toilet paper.
Yeah. Dad, any last words?
Yeah. Be safe and wait for your asses.
Okay. And Amy, you gave last words, or you just, she's holding up a peace sign. Okay. So, much love to all of you. Thanks for watching again for another week of the Sunday Video Update. Have a wonderful week, and, you know, don't be paranoid. Be proactive. Much love. See you guys. Take care.